Good morning, good afternoon. I almost said good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm a little late doing the, turn down my volume because that was a little loud. Apologize for that. I'm a little late this afternoon. I am. I've had a little bit of a morning where I didn't sleep well, so, hubby said to get some more sleep, so I did. Followed instructions. Had a rough night with sleeping. I ended up being thrown into the same dream multiple times. This is a new place for me too. Oh, it's my camp. That's why. I was thrown in the same dream multiple times, more than twice. Usually, there was I know a time that I've had a dream where I was thrown into it back to back, but only the first and then the second time. This was multiple different times. I think it was about 4 or 5 times. I'd woken up, went back to sleep, woke up, woke up in that dream was the same dream where I left off, and it happened. I want to say, I don't know, 4 times for sure. I think a 5th time, but I'm not sure. It was interesting. That is for sure. I was not expecting it, and I had to meditate on it. And I kind of went in, deep dived into what the dream could possibly mean. So, I'm confident now in that it was spirit giving me some insight on something I've been struggling with. So it was an interesting dream for sure. So I had a rough night. So I ended up wanting to just kind of take care of myself. So I took it slow. Today. I didn't. I let my body naturally wake up. I didn't set an alarm, and it was really great to do that. It felt amazing. I felt refreshed. And then I went outside. I was letting the doggos out, and I can't place that camp. So that means that there's somebody already there. I'll just go here then. Hopefully they have a weather machine. But so I was letting the doggos out, and I had made my coffee. I was sipping on the coffee, and then went out to do Bible study. I was reading the Bible, and was catching up with my sister and talking to her about some things that were going on at the house. So they've been going through a lot of drama, I guess you could say, within the family. So I was catching up with her to see how she was doing, and got caught up in talking to her. And then before I knew it, my battery was at 13%, so I had to rush in. And it was like 20 minutes before my husband was going to call. So for lunch, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I hadn't eaten all day. So it's like, I'm kind of starving now. My fast is long overdue. And so I was like, put my phone on the charger so I could charge for those 20 minutes. And so I can talk to hubby. It's been a little chaotic in that regard, but not a bad chaos. It was good. It was great to catch up with my sister and just talk. It says that I can't place my camp here, but I don't see a camp anywhere. I wonder why. Maybe it's a survival tent nearby. But I don't see any camp unless they left. Oh, it's a survival tent. It's right there. Darn. Oh well. That's okay. We'll just fish some more. We'll do some common bait first. But yeah, it was interesting. I didn't do my dailies from yesterday because I was gonna log on and do them this morning with the live stream, but that didn't work. So I ended up missing out on those dailies, which is fine. I'm only wanting to get to 150 so I can get I can take advantage of that last scoreboard, the uh, the bonus items. Oh, let me turn off my phone so because I'm gonna get notifications. Slow going on these fish, that's for sure. Well, I hope everyone had a great Sabbath and had a great start to your week. I just put Monday Funday because today was just going to be light and airy. I had a lot of heavy conversations with my sister, and it was a lot to take in. So I'm a little exhausted mentally. It was a long call. So I'm not going to really do much as far as talking. I might, depending on what God puts in my heart. If it's something that needs to be said, if someone's going to watch this and they need to hear it, then I'm going to, of course, say it. But if there's nothing, it's just going to be a live stream where we do some dailies and weeklies. We'll refresh tomorrow, so we'll have more to do. So we'll just do our dailies. We'll do our daily fishing. I'm trying to get the advanced reel on my other account. And then I've got one more plan to get on this account. So I'm pretty sure that the dailies are going to involve either the Primal Cuts or Meat Week event. So I'm going to have to check those out real quick. Because if it's Primal Cuts, I want to get on that so I can get that out of the way. I don't feel like wasting a reroll just for that. This is probably going to be a sawgill. No, it's a pickerel. We got 5 out of 7. Let's check our dailies real quick. I should have done that first. Alright, so we just have to do meat cook. I can ignore the others. They count as like nobody is doing any events. Oh, I just get cut out. That happens a lot, actually. I don't know what is going on. I have no clue on why that does that. It does it like I would say almost every time I play. So I might have to end the stream if it doesn't let me sign on, because I'd have to close out the game, and if I close out the game, then it's gonna make me end the broadcast. It's not like on PC where you can keep the stream going. If it goes back to the main menu, then it ends the stream automatically. So if I get blue screened, it's over. If I get air screened. One reason why I want to kind of get to the switch over to PC. I used to be on PC a while back ago, a long time ago, before I got into console. I remember playing like hunting games, a Navy SEAL game. That was my favorite. I love that game. And there's a few others that I love to play, but the hunting games were my favorite. And then of course your natural games that you get to play even on your phone, like solitaire and stuff. But to actually game like a first-person shooter type of game, there's a Navy SEALs game. I don't even know what it was called. I just know it was Navy SEALs. That was a game I absolutely loved to play. That one, and I can't remember the hunting game. The hunting game was another one that was my favorite. Those two I was always playing. If I wasn't maintaining websites and stuff, I was doing that. I would do that in my free time, because I was full-time employed at that time. and I had a really good job. And well, getting into the latter part of it, I had a really good job. Before that, I was making my way. I was trying to find. Oh, and I can't again place my camp because someone already has it here. But hopefully they have at least a weather machine. Will increase my chances of. This is interesting. Increase my chances of catching a glowing fish, so I can start working on that at least. It says 0 of 7, but I caught 5 already. It doesn't save. No! That's not fair. That wasn't even my fault. Well, now I know. It doesn't save. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Oh well. It is what it is. I was like, I only need 2 more fish, but nope, I need all 7. And the first thing I catch is junk. That's lovely. And we have a little bit of time before the meat week happens. Oh, excuse me. So hopefully, we can catch that before it goes. Hopefully no more junk. It's so funny because, like, literally that's a sunscream and the junk fights more than the sunscream does. It makes no sense to me. Like, I get the drag. Like, I fish in real life. I get the drag when you catch a piece of junk or something that's sick, but it doesn't fight, you know? It doesn't fight you. You can tell the difference between something alive and something not alive, you know, an inanimate object. I know that the drag from the water can create movement, but it's nothing like a fish, like, turning around and fighting. So this game is just really funny to see the fish icon move around when it is a piece of junk in a way that a fish would move. Because if you didn't reel, you know, it's saying that the junk is taking off, and like that doesn't really happen in real life unless you're in a river and you have a piece of junk, then it's going to get swept downriver, sure. But if you're in a lake and there's very little current, it's not going to do that. What would be really funny is if you use like your superb bait. Just imagine if you use superb bait, which is really hard to get, and not this improved bait, but the superb bait that's really hard to get. If you use a superb bait and you catch a toothbrush, I would be so upset. I would be like, no, that's not right. This should be a fish and only fish. Because it's expensive, like, it's hard to get. You can only get it towards the end of the board, and by I think 2 different times before that. So it's uncommon to get. Oh, I hesitated there for a second. Don't know why. I'm hoping this is a glowing fish. I really want to get that like knocked out of the park. It's not. It's an axolotl. Not gonna complain about the axolotl. It's adorable, but I would like a glowing fish to help my my progress along. 3 more chances. This is going to be one of those common, uncommon fish. Yep. Alright, 2 more. We'll see how lucky we get with this. I really wish we had a weather machine here. It'd increase your chances. Or if it would like rain or thunderstorm naturally. Here's one that's either an axolotl or another rare fish. Hopefully it's a rare glowing fish. Nope, another axolotl. Lovely. I have to catch the organ grinder still. I've gone to the organ caves a couple of times now with no luck. What I'll do is if I get this in the forest region, I'll go to organ caves and just fish there, because it's gonna be either this makes no sense. Okay, tricycles. No. Ah. That's so funny. I don't understand why they don't just take away their vendors instead of all that time to to do that. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna judge, because it tells people that you have stuff and then it's not, you can't even use it. So don't even want to go in the blast zone. Let's go ahead, go to this. Turn this in. We have a few minutes before meat week starts. Alright, let's see. I've got to check and see how long this has been. Not very long at all, 18 minutes. Alright, so okie dokies. Just messaging a friend of mine. Sorry about the delay. No caps, of course. Pretty soon I've got to do my my bits and finish that. Got barnacles on the side. I drowned a Chesterfield sofa. Not what I wanted. I was hoping for the other plan, which is like a fancy desk. It's like the last one I think I need for this this account. I'll keep doing it until I get done with the killer creature all on team. So I gotta steel and bone. Like, I still need, like, this right there. Like, really, 60 more glowing fish until that's done. A 12 out of 28 for the crab boat plushie. These I can't do until August for the August one, because, of course, I got these two done. And then I still have the organ grinder. You get 60 legendary modules, which I'm not going to complain about. I think that's a good deal. And we have a few more minutes until meat week starts, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this and go to my other account. So I'm going to leave the world here. We're going to switch characters. And we're going to do them on this one here. I know I named this one Mule, and I went with this one because I got this one the furthest. And then Addie is my doggo, and then Mule 2. These ones right here I created back to back. And then these were supposed to be my other characters. So my full name, what goes by. I wish I can change these here. All you can do is delete. So I've got these that I got to do. So we'll go to this one here. I named her Mule 1, which is sad because I kind of wish I would have actually named her, but that's alright. It's still me, just a different account. Not different account, but a different tune. It's not too bad today. I think it's supposed to get 84. I was outside for like, I want to say an hour and a half to 2 hours talking to my sister and reading the Bible out there. So about an hour and a half to 2 hours doing that, and it was just absolutely beautiful out there. Of course, I was looking at the garden and wondering how it got so overgrown. I was just out there last week. We had hubby was home for 3 days, and I took advantage of those 3 days. And it just seems like nothing stayed put. Like it's still, you can see it starting to get overgrown again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just was in there. We just did this. What happened? It looks like it's so unruly. So I got to go back out there again and clear that out again. I was checking on everything. We got all of our cucumber plants are getting massive. They're getting big already. And I planted some spaghetti squash because I like to use that instead of spaghetti. I'm trying to cut back on carbs. I always have the healthy carbs, but I'm trying to cut back on carbs. So we decided to switch out. Hubby he went to the forest right there. I can't catch the organ grinder on this account because I don't have what I need in order to do that. Oh, look at this fishing rod display. Sweet. I'm glad I don't need both of them, but I can probably give one away. There's some grams meat cooks. We'll go ahead and get that done. We'll see if anyone shows up because it has been, this is the second week, and usually at this second week, when it gets the third, we've already gone through the second week, so it ends today. Tomorrow at 11, when it resets, it'll be gone. So today's the last full day. Tomorrow we'll have it until 11. Usually when it gets to this point, people are just done with it because it's repetitive, it's redundant, constantly the same thing. And they didn't have any new plans. So a lot of people are just getting plans for the heck of it. And I can just fish here. What in the world is that? That sounds so weird. It sounds like there's a flare near me. Well, that's nice of them. I'm not going to argue with having some lunch boxes while we do this. The sawgills, I tell you, they're annoying. They are annoying. We should have plenty of people here to do it, so I'll keep track of the event, but usually 3 people can do it pretty good. They can get it quickly. It shouldn't be too difficult. Just waiting for these fish to bite. Another sawgill, probably. Yep. I tell ya, they're annoying little buggers. It's like like the catfish here. When you're fishing and you want to get panfish, now you're gonna catch catfish. I used to like to eat catfish. Like I used to like to eat a lot. But the taste of it now is just something I don't like. It's just the whole thought of them being bottom feeders. What did I get here? Oh, the cattle flower billboards. I think I'd have those on this account, but I'm almost 200. That's crazy. I don't know if this is another sawgill or if it's another fish. Not a sawgill. Just gotta love it. Oh, over the weekend, there was this, like, I like watching anime, like cartoons. I'm a child. I'll fully admit it. I like to coloring books. I like to dance around and sing, and I never was able to be the girl that I always, like, I knew I was. I was always this little girly girl, and I never was able to be that, you know? So now that I feel safe and I'm able to let that part of me out, it's embraced. It's embraced by the people that are around me. My husband, my really good friend, and his girlfriend. They embrace it. They like that part of me. So I'm able to let that out. And a part of me is I'm really girly. Secretly have always been. Always wanted to be that way, but always forced to be the tomboy. And you know, it was wrong to like pink. It made you weak, and it was really hard to let that go. There's parts where I wanted to be, and I would. Like I remember, we would get this end of year allowance when my dad would get his income tax back, and we get the $100. We'd get a monthly allowance of $20, and that's if we did really good the entire month, and we did all of our chores, and we didn't have any negative, includes school at home. So we would get that, and then at the end of the year, we would get the $100, and it was up to us to determine what we were going to buy it on, like spend it on. Sometimes it would be like you can get like new shoes, because for school, our school stuff was pretty just basic stuff. Like my mom would shop for school supplies at the dollar store for most of the things, and we'd buy toys from the dollar store, and it would be go to Walmart for clothes, and secondhand if possible, yard sales, secondhand stores. That includes shoes. So if you wanted brand new shoes, you have to get the cheapest ones possible. So with you being a child, you're not going to want to. You're not going to want to really. Oh, it's already full. Okay. I'll go here. You're gonna get like attacked, pretty much bullied. So we made do with what we had, but then if at the end of the year, you were able to get the beginning of the year, I should say, end of the year, beginning of the year, however you want to look at it, you could get, expensive shoes if you wanted, or you could spend it on whatever you wanted. I remember one year I wanted Princess Jasmine pajamas, because it was like, it looked just like the outfit that she wore. So I wanted those, and I got those. I was able to be girly, and I would get earrings and stuff from the Disney store. So I would keep that money, and when we'd go to the mall, I would have money to get me some like, girly earrings and stuff. But that's the only time that we'd be able to do that. Otherwise, it would be like, no, you don't have we don't have the money for it, so you're gonna kind of take what we give you. Which I understand now. I didn't understand as a kid. I did understand that we were not that well off. We a poor family. That's most of us were. We didn't have money. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked a lot, but we always had what we needed. We always had a home. We always had clothes, food. Like we didn't. We weren't really in lack for the most part. We didn't have everything we wanted naturally, but we had everything we needed. So there's at least one. My VATS is like super bad. I don't even know why. Where'd you go? There you are. That was a weak one, and it took me that long. Well, it's pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. I normally don't. I just need to finish the dailies. There's a scorched. There we go. All done. There we are. Someone came through and got the ghouls with that kind of take the nuclear waste. Kill insects. We can go up here to the Aaron Holt homestead. They have some insects there. We'll do. Completely forgot what I was talking about, so I apologize. I'm gonna get on to another subject. I take that as a you're saying stuff you shouldn't be saying type of thing. So I'm gonna honor my brain and say, okay, this is something I just don't want to go down. A road I don't want to go down right now. So I won't go down that road. I definitely got to say that I could have just came here and finished these guys. I don't want to kill the doggos. I just want the insects. Oh, well, I mean, if he's gonna follow me, he's gonna end up... That should be all of them. Well, darn. I tried to get away from killing them, but it didn't work. Scrap junk to produce bone. I can just honestly craft those and drink purified water. Let's do that real quick. How many fish bits do I got for? There's that. Hack a terminal. I've launched a nuke here before. I think this terminal is probably going to be already hacked. If it is, I'll just go to one of the silos and hack it. I've already done death from above, so I can launch nukes on this account now. Those are things I should live stream, honestly. There, I'm 117. Still not halfway there yet, but I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. I haven't been working too hard on doing this, honestly. My goodness. It's already hacked. Oh well. They hacked this but didn't do that. It just makes sense. That's okay. Let's get to the silo. We'll do the silo real quick, and that will be the rest of it, and then we'll do the other two at the camp. I don't even see them on anyway, so it's no problem. I still have to finish the Gleaming Depths cotton candy bites for sure. We are working on that, trying to get everybody together to do it, because with 3 of us, and his girlfriend normally isn't, she's just there to get the XP. So with the 3 of us, it'd be me, my husband, and my good friend. And then his girlfriend would be in the raid as well. But she would kind of like hide. Because she just started, so she's like probably level 60 right now, level 70 maybe, depending on how much they've been playing. So what we wanted to do is do the raid, because definitely during double XP, it was nuts. Okay. Let's see. There we go. I will not launch a nuke right now. I usually don't go that way. I just put the, you can put a thing here, what is it? A mine. I don't think I've got, that's a frag mine. Usually you put a frag mine there. You can stand right here. Target the frag mine with VATS, and you can glitch up under here, up on top, I should say, up on top of the roof, and then you can just bounce from here to the very end and launch a nuke. It takes about 5 minutes in total. So not the craziest. Alright, so I have to fill out the captain's ledger, so let's go do that. And I've got the camp that's there, so we'll just do that. And then I want to say that'll be the end of my stream, because yeah, we got 39 minutes. It'll be just a short stream today. We can do the daily devotional too. Let's see where the daily devotional is today. I've been doing this with my hubby. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 through 25. And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. In Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 through 25, we are called to consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. The passage emphasizes the importance of community in our spiritual journey. It reminds us not to neglect meeting together, but to encourage one another, especially as we see the day approaching. These verses highlight the necessity of relationships rooted in faith. In an age where individualism often trumps community, This scripture calls us back to the heart of Christian fellowship. The early church thrived on communal gatherings, sharing meals, and praying together. This sense of unity was essential for their spiritual growth and perseverance through persecution. Lots of peace. And I get tongue twisted a lot, so you'll have to bear with me when that happens. In today's world, technology can connect us instantly, yet we often feel more disconnected than ever. Relationships can be superficial, lacking in the depth and encouragement that true Christian fellowship offers. This passage reminds us that to be intentional in our interactions, seeking to build each other up in love and good deeds. Faith is not a solitary journey. It's a communal experience where we gather to support each other. Each person in the body of Christ plays a vital role in encouraging others. Get out of here. There we go. I'm going to sit still while I do this. Through genuine relationships, we can inspire one another to live out our faith actively. As we reflect on these verses, consider how you can foster deeper connections within your community. Are there opportunities to gather, share, and encourage others in their faith? Perhaps it's as simple as reaching out to someone in need or joining a small group. Reflect. How can you become a source of encouragement and unity within your community this week? This is something to definitely take a look into each new week, and this right here is amazing because we are there's a lot of people, but we do feel like really disconnected. Consider practical steps you can take to engage more deeply with others, fostering relationships that reflect Christ's love and unity. That signal lantern again, not what I wanted. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, I think the last thing I need is bone, unless that also completed. We'll take all this stuff, all these goodies. I just wanted the birthday, thank you. That's so funny. So within this, I think that with me, I still, and I know that it's something that I'm actively working on, because speaking out against things is it's difficult for me, because I do consider like how it's going to be perceived, and when all I want to do is bring unity. That's it. I don't see color. I don't see gender. I don't see the person, like their outward appearance. Like I look within, and that's what I see on the outside. So if someone comes to me and I'm looking at them, I'm looking at how they treat people, how they treat themselves, how they treat animals. I'm looking at their character and their morals, their values. And that's how I'm like pretty much saying, okay, is this person someone I want to be with, or like interact with, be associated with? Those are things that I consider. I don't judge based on anything else. And then when I speak about it, a lot of people are like, that's false. You're racist, or you're sexist, or and that's something I try to not do. I don't want to do that. That's nothing that I intend to do. And I'm finding that it's getting a little discouraging trying to talk to people because I have to understand that it's not me. I'm not being judgmental. I'm not judging the person. I am looking at the sin. I'm looking at their actions, and that doesn't sit well with people when they are when you're like exposing that part of them, because they want everyone to be like, oh no, it's fine. You don't have to do better. You don't have to be better. This is just how you are, and that is not good for anybody. That's not good for anybody whatsoever. I'm gonna have to just like put it here somewhere, and it's bone I think that I needed. So that's one thing I want to do, and I'm finding that I've been I've been like lacking on that because of how I've been treated. And I need to get over that. I need to be like, I can't just let this, I can't let this take this part of me away, because this is what makes me unique. This is what I've been called to do. I've got a lot of wisdom. I've got a lot of insight, and I can help people. And I have to speak out. I got to tell my testimony, and that's what I want to do. I want to be more present and be willing to speak my truth, and bring unity and love to people who are struggling, and not worry about other people that message is not intended for. I have to learn how to pray for them and pretty much ignore, because I know that what they're trying to do, and it's going to be the enemy for sure, trying to knock you back a couple of notches, to throw you off. And I can't let that happen. So that's something I'm struggling with, and I do recognize that. I understand that we're not all perfect, and we're not meant to save everybody, but I do feel like there's times where I've got something to say and I hold it back, where that could have brought unity to somebody, that could have brought a closeness, or it could have brought people together, me to other people. It could have brought us all together, in a sense where we understand each other, and we're going through this, and we know exactly, what the other's talking about. And that's like growing a community and being there to help them with their problems, and especially if they're going through something that we've gone through. We can be that support and help them on their journey. I know that that's something that we've been called to do, is where we can't save everybody, we can't help, we can't make choices for people, but we can be there to support them and let them know that we all stumble and fall, but it's imperative that you get back up, and you don't let the things that happen to you break you. You let that mold you, and you learn from it, and you embrace the things that happen, because without those, we wouldn't be who we are today. And that can go for people who are like me. We've gone through a lot of things. We've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations and abuse and neglect and hurt and heartbreak, but we didn't let that make us into evil people. We didn't let that turn our hearts cold. We didn't let it make us bitter. We didn't let it make life bad for us. We didn't let it be like, we didn't let it win. We let those things mold us into being more understanding, more empathetic, more heartfelt, more understanding to people, like going through that, where we can understand, put ourselves pretty much in other people's shoes, to feel what they feel, to understand what they're going through. And you have that choice. You could either choose love and walking through the pain and learning, or you can choose the bitterness and the hardened heart, where you despise and are hateful and hurtful and just full of anger. So you have to make those choices, and we can't do that. But with the people who are in the center, that are going through this stuff, we can be there to be a support, saying we know that it's hard, we know that things are hard, we know that life can feel like it's suffocating you, but we can be there to let them know that, hey, we've been through stuff ourselves. It may not be exactly what you're going through, but we've experienced the same emotion, the same, like, what I would say is like the despair, the feeling of hopelessness. We've been to that point before, but we're here to say that don't let your situation make you bitter and hateful towards other people. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It does get better, but you have to choose. You have to choose love. You have to choose God over the simple things. Of the simple pleasures that you get, those quick fixes of addiction. Alcohol, drugs, sexual immorality, and just basic immorality. It's so much easier to be a person who hates versus being a person who loves. Because when you love, you're loving despite other people hating on you. But when you hate, you can just hate, and it's just there. It's so much easier. So we're here to tell you that it does get better, and it is. It's not easy. We understand that it's not easy, and Lord knows that it's not easy to follow His path. But when you get towards the end of it, it's rewarding, and the release and the way that you feel is honestly reward enough, because you don't feel weighed down, you don't feel heavy, you don't feel the despair, you don't feel hopeless anymore. You look at the world so differently. So yeah, I don't know where I went with that, so I maybe have got off path there, but let's go ahead and get this ended with a prayer, and then I will end the stream. Heavenly Father, we come before you with hearts open to your wisdom and guidance. As we journey through the teachings of your love and community, we ask for your presence in our relationships. Help us to understand and embody your love, the foundation upon which all healthy bonds are built. May we learn to trust, forgive, and serve one another, reflecting your grace in our interactions. Lord, bless our communication and help us create lasting memories that honor you. Guide us to embrace our community in Christ, celebrating the unity and strength we find in faith. Amen. I do hope that you guys have been having a wonderful day. And continue to have a wonderful day. It is July 14th, Monday. It is 1:28 p.m. here. I'll end the stream because at 1:30 I wanted to be off anyway. So I will end here, and I do hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I've already said that, I know. I repeat myself a lot. And I will be here tomorrow morning. I will probably start my stream around 7:30ish, depending on what time I get done with my morning routine. I don't want to rush it, but 8 a.m. is when I usually start. That's my time, but sometimes I'll start earlier to give me a little bit more wiggle room, especially if there's something that I really want to talk about. If I've had a dream, if I had a revelation, if I had a download, if there's something that needs to be said, that is something that I'll make time for. So I'll be here tomorrow, Tuesday, bright and early, 7:30, 8 a.m. It runs for an hour, so it'll be like 7:30 to like 9. If there's a little, or it's 8 to 9. So I've got a little room. Have a wonderful day. Remember, you matter. You are loved, and you are needed in this world. Much love and peace be with you. Until next time.